You're watching Abode Aesthetic, where we're all about creating stylish curated spaces that reflect your personality. Whether you're a long-time subscriber or new to the channel, we're so excited to have you here. Subscribe to keep up with all our latest tips, ideas, and inspiration for designing a home you truly love. Elegant Homes 2025. Luxury in minimalist details. Elegance no longer speaks in grandeur, but in the quiet confidence of simplicity. Within every refined line and subtle texture lies a story of timeless grace rediscovered. Elegant Homes 2025 invites you to experience luxury not as display, but as serenity crafted with intention. Nature whispers through structured calm, where every leaf and stone feels intentionally placed. The garden becomes an art form, shaped not by abundance but by balance. Low-trimmed hedges meet softly veined stone paths, leading toward serenity. Each curve is calculated to guide the eye gently, never hurried. The palette remains subdued, moss greens, silvers, and whites that echo timeless refinement. As sunlight shifts, shadows dance on marble, creating moments of living beauty. The air feels curated, perfumed only by nature's own design. This quiet sophistication invites stillness, a pause between breath and admiration. It's a landscape where restraint becomes elegance. The earth itself feels sculpted to reflect grace in simplicity. Here, luxury blooms not in excess, but in the purity of form. A subtle play of structure and shadow defines the entry. Glass and steel meet in perfect proportion, allowing light to trace every edge. The door stands as sculpture, outlined by discreet illumination at twilight. Nothing distracts, everything flows. The atmosphere invites calm anticipation as one crosses into refined simplicity. Materials blend seamlessly, stone, wood, and light become a single narrative. There's an aura of quiet confidence in its design, where transparency balances strength. The entry feels like a floating threshold between stillness and motion. Subtle geometry frames the scene, creating visual poetry. With each step forward, the space breathes. Grace is not announced here, it's quietly revealed. The door stands tall, understated yet commanding. Its presence speaks of heritage and vision intertwined. Crafted in warm oak or brushed bronze, it glows softly against the structure's cool lines. No ornamentation, only texture and proportion define its strength. The handle feels substantial, its weight reassuring. It invites entry, but also respect for what lies beyond. Here, luxury is found not in embellishment, but in mastery of simplicity. The threshold feels sacred, where the outer world dissolves into calm. When evening falls, the muted light accentuates the material's depth. This door does not shout, it murmurs of legacy. Each entrance feels ceremonial, yet profoundly personal. The boundary between indoors and outdoors fades effortlessly. Light streams through invisible glass, blurring edges and inviting horizon views. Stone flooring continues beyond walls, merging nature and architecture. The air feels unified, cool, open, continuous. Each movement becomes part of an elegant rhythm of transition. Materials share tones that dissolve separation, creating an uninterrupted visual story. Gentle breezes filter through wide frames, carrying whispers of garden scents. The feeling is one of openness refined by design. There's no beginning or end, only seamless flow. As dusk descends, reflections merge sky and room into one composition. Serenity resides in the balance between space and soul. Soft light drapes across neutral surfaces, revealing textures like whispered stories. Furniture appears to float, airy and deliberate. Each object earns its place through craftsmanship, not excess. Warm linen, smooth marble, and gentle metal accents form a subtle symphony. The palette calms the mind, encouraging presence. Natural light filters through sheer fabric, transforming walls into canvases of time. Every hour reshapes the atmosphere without disturbing its peace. The room becomes a sanctuary where simplicity carries grace. Conversations linger softly, grounded by thoughtful design. Luxury breathes here not in abundance, but in air itself. Harmony finds its form in restraint and proportion. One piece defines the space: bold, minimal, magnetic. Its presence holds the eye and quiets the room. Whether carved stone or abstract form, it stands as meditation-made material. Around it, the world softens, sound fades. Light touches its contours like reverence. The surrounding palette yields, allowing this single gesture to speak. It's not decoration, but emotion solidified. Time slows when faced with such deliberate stillness. The energy of simplicity becomes tangible, elegant, eternal. The home transforms into a gallery of calm intent. Beauty here lives in silence made visible. Here, dining and living intertwine with graceful ease. A single open space breathes hospitality and comfort. Light flows across textures that guide warmth through every corner. Long tables of pale wood invite connection without formality. The scent of fresh herbs mingles with candlelight, marking intimate celebration. Every object has rhythm, chairs aligned, surfaces clean, lines continuous. Overhead, suspended lights draw soft focus on shared moments. This setting encourages laughter in quiet tones. Luxury lingers not in display, but in belonging. The space becomes memory woven through design and emotion. In the heart of function lies sculpture. A kitchen island carved from seamless stone stands serene and strong. Its surface reflects both craftsmanship and clarity. Smooth edges echo architectural discipline, while veining tells nature's own artistry. The light above falls deliberately, tracing the stone's subtle language. Every tool, every detail, disappears into hidden precision. The result feels weightless despite its solidity. This is where simplicity gains power through permanence. Meals begin as rituals of beauty and balance. Elegance here is not added, it is revealed. defines privacy without walls. Shelving floats, light filters, reflections deepen perspective. The design values what's unseen as much as what's shown. Hidden storage preserves peace, allowing the mind to rest in visual order. Transparency becomes a metaphor for calm honesty. The air feels open, unconfined. Every boundary becomes an invitation for connection. Materials gleam softly, untouched yet welcoming. There's elegance in emptiness, where clarity replaces clutter. Here, less becomes infinitely more. Soft textures cradle the senses in quiet harmony. Linen curtains sway with morning air, whispering peace. Layers of wool, silk, and cotton shape gentle depth. The tones remain muted, beige, pearl, and pale sand. Each fabric feels chosen not for show, but for emotion. Light travels across these materials like a slow caress. Time lingers here, held by comfort and craftsmanship. The atmosphere quiets thought, welcoming reflection. This is a place to breathe deeply and simply be. Serenity lives not in silence, but in touch. temperature rises slightly above the floor, lit softly from beneath. The effect is ethereal, grounded yet weightless. Beds appear to hover, vanities seem to drift in space. It's an illusion crafted through precision and light. Shadows blend with structure, creating poetic dimension. This approach turns the ordinary into artful experience. The body relaxes, responding to the room's visual grace. Technology hides beneath design, unseen yet essential. Floating forms suggest freedom from the heavy and expected. In this balance, modernity meets peace. Mirrors extend space without intrusion. Light doubles, dimensions unfold. Each panel is placed with intent, framing beauty rather than vanity. Reflections reveal new layers of architecture and art. The day's light paints ever-changing compositions. Glass becomes storyteller, translating stillness into brilliance. Subtle gleams soften edges and deepen emotion. Reflection transforms small gestures into elegance. This is luminosity, cultivated and serene. The home feels endless, yet intimately contained. quiet recess offers refuge from motion. The walls embrace softly, textured in plaster or pale timber. Light seeps gently from hidden sources, warm and nurturing. A single chair, perhaps a book, completes the moment. The world fades, replaced by personal calm. Every detail invites pause: fabric, scent, stillness. This is the architecture of introspection. Comfort emerges not from luxury, but from intention. Here, time stretches, heart slows, thoughts clear. It's a small space, yet infinitely deep. Daylight becomes artist, sculpting light and dark. Slatted wood and fine latticework cast gentle patterns. As the sun moves, so does the design. Surfaces change expression, alive with shifting rhythm. The house breathes with the sky's own tempo. Nothing is static, yet all remains composed. This dance of light tells the story of passing hours. The beauty lies in impermanence, framed by control. Shadows teach the value of moderation and grace. In their rhythm, luxury finds quiet movement. tranquility unfolds. A terrace of stone and fabric welcomes open air. Furniture rests low, neutral, timeless. The view stretches softly, land, sky, and peace in dialogue. Evening settles like silk, cool and luminous. Candles flicker, wind murmurs through linen. Nothing feels staged, yet everything feels complete. The horizon becomes both destination and reflection. Here, stillness is not absence, but fulfillment. Luxury ends where simplicity begins again. Every subtle line, every quiet texture reminds us that beauty thrives in simplicity. Let your home breathe elegance through restraint and grace. If this vision inspires you, show your love by liking, subscribing, and sharing your reflections in the comments. Thank you for joining Abode Aesthetic.